Hey everyone, Close-Up Knife Reviews coming to you with a very nice EDC fixed blade. This is the SDOKEDC and the model name is SD803. This is in DC53 steel, claiming to have a Rockwell hardness of 60 to 61 HRC. After the heat treatment, DC53 is a die steel. So that should be a good steel, real hard, especially at that Rockwell. Let's take a close look at this awesome knife. This thing is like a scalpel, just absolutely beautiful. Very nice EDC knife, everyday carry. Very nice size, fits in your hand very nice. There's actually some handle left over in my hand. I have pretty large hands as well. I like how the spine of the knife is rounded over. It protrudes above the scales just a little bit. You can see it a little bit better on this end here, but it does protrude out from the scales a little bit. Very interesting, beautiful scales. This does come in other colors, other patterns. I just chose this one here because I like it. It looks beautiful. The scales are not symmetrical. They don't match on both sides. You can clearly see that, but it doesn't matter to me. I like that. It's beautiful in my opinion. Very nice hardware. Nice lanyard hole here. A little bird beak here. Gets a little thicker at the butt here. And a little pointy here. Very nice relief on the jimping here for your fingers. Very comfortable in hand. So that's their logo there, SDOKEDC, DC53 steel. Let's take a look at this tip and the grinds. Let's get zoomed in just a little bit here. So the grinds on both sides are done pretty even. I would say about as good as you can get. And this thing is like a scalpel right out of the box. It is extremely razor sharp. And I bought two of these, and I'm glad that I did, just so I could show everybody kind of, what to expect when you order these. The scales are not going to look the same on every knife. So as you can see, this one's got a little bit different pattern on it. And I really like the pattern. I think it's very, very colorful and, not scary or anything. It's just really nice. Kind of a conversation piece, if you will. Very nice sheath. Very minimal Kydex sheath with a taco style fold over. Nice belt clip. Good positive retention. I believe both of these have pretty good retention. One had a little bit better retention than the other. This one's a little bit less retention, so I'll probably end up tightening this one up a little bit. But very nice for the money, and I like the Kydex sheath. You can get your finger pretty much right where you need it to pull the knife out of there. Let's look at the one with better retention. So when you pull the knife out with your thumb, you're pretty much right where you need to be here. I would have liked to seen a little bit more relief on the sheath just to get a full purchase in here without kind of being sideways in here. But overall, this knife is awesome. Just a great size, very lightweight. You hardly even know that you're carrying it. One of the only things I see that they overlooked is just giving the lanyard hole just a little bit of a bevel, so the scales are a little bit sharp as far as, actually running a lanyard in there. They could have just kind of mitered over the hole just a little bit, softened it up a little bit, but that's real easy to do if you wanted to. stone wash on the blade, I believe. So we got a tech lock here. These will come out for a wider belt. I'm sure you could figure out a system here to run this Scout style. Right now it's set up for carrying on your belt this way. Beautiful little knife. Got a little Kydex here. So we do have a drain hole, I believe, on the sheath. Yep, it's hard to see because it's underneath there, but a little drain hole. I like how minimal this is. They could have went a little bit more minimal here, but overall that's a very small package. Just really a nice small package. Let's look at the knife somewhere. Wipe the blade off here really quick. Love the scales. Came with a nice little box. The blade was oily, wrapped in some stuff, and so you got to unwrap it and wipe the oil off. That's pretty typical of a lot of knives. Very, very sharp. I wouldn't say it's mere polished sharp, but it is as sharp as it needs to be, in my opinion. Decent little sharpening choil. It's not big by any means, but this part of the blade is stone washed, so the handle stone washed, and then the blade's probably a satin flat grind. So let's look at the grind on both knives just to do a little quality control here. Okay. Okay, so looks great. Looks really, really nice. This is very, very pokey. I like the jimping. The jimping is very, very smooth. You can actually slide your finger over it. It's not rough, even on the edges. If you slide your finger this way over the edges, they're not going to tear you up. So I really like that. Feels very comfortable in hand. You have enough handle left over, sticking out the end where the lanyard isn't going to mess with your grip. Very nice knife overall. I give it a 10. So this is the SDOKEDC. Beautiful knife. I give it a 10. I really do. Even with the sheath being a little bit loose on the one, I still like the knife no matter what. Great little blade. Nice little minimal sheath. I wish they would do a different color sheath. Maybe black would be nice. Blue would be awesome. Just some other colors, because really this color here isn't found on the knife anywhere, so it would be nice if they matched one of these colors here or something. But I love it. It's a great little knife. I just love the pattern of the scales. The handle does stick out past the scales just a little bit all the way around, but it's rounded over very, very nice. You're not striking a ferro rod on this knife because the spine is so rounded over. I don't know if we can get a good look at how rounded that is, but it is rounded very, very nicely. No hot spots, no sharp edges. I think the grind here is done pretty nice as well. The handle scales are even on both sides. There's not one thicker than the other. Just beautiful. So that is the SDOK EDC knife, flat grind DC53 steel, nice jimping. I can reach out here with my thumb to this jimping. I could also reach out with my index finger to do some cutting this way. But I think they thought of just about everything on this knife, and I think it is definitely a very good EDC knife. Overall, let's give you a quick measurement here. So the blade's like 3 3/4, 3 1/4 cutting edge on that. But you have a nice long handle. I'd say it's 4.5 inches on the handle. So very nice overall package. The handle is longer than the blade, and I kind of like that on this. It just feels nice. But this thing is definitely a scalpel. Be very careful with it because it's very, very sharp. If you enjoyed this review, please subscribe to the channel, leave us a comment, a like, share this video, and I hope this helped you out in your buying decision. I really like it. I'm going to carry this personally. I bought this with my own money. This is not a paid review, so I wouldn't buy something that I didn't already like, and I did my research on this as best I could, and I didn't find a lot of videos on this knife online, and I found a few, but not any really nice close-up videos of this knife. And so but I did review it enough or research it enough to make the buying decision. But I wished I had, seen another video similar to this, kind of showing me more details of the knife before I bought it. We got some other awesome knives coming up for review. We'll probably be doing those tomorrow. Maybe I'll post another one yet today. But this is an awesome knife, and we got some awesome knives coming up. Seriously, super awesome knives, and they're actually going to be a little controversial. There's going to be some people very mad in the industry with the knives that I'm going to be reviewing here, because they are very similar to some other knives. I think this knife, from my research, is also very similar to another company's knife. Some people are claiming this is a very close replica or something of another company's knife. I can't remember whose knife that was, and I'm not trying to, insult any companies, but I just can't remember who else made a knife similar to this that this company kind of copied. And I don't know how all that stuff works, and I'm not really going to get into all that, but in my opinion, just a very nice knife. Let's see if I can't remember the price of this knife, so I'm looking here real quick. It was $38, and it also comes in a carbon fiber handle, an orange, a bunch of different colors. So if you're interested in this blade shape and everything, definitely, go on Amazon and find this knife. I will definitely be carrying this a lot. I like the colors. It's a non-threatening type of knife that you can carry into a crowd, and people won't feel like you're carrying a tactical knife into a crowded place or something like that. It like I said before, it's more of a conversation piece. People will see it and they'll say, "Oh, that's really cool looking." And they're not threatened by it. So that's awesome. I like that. I mean, I never want to be threatening with anything I do, or somebody to feel scared, So it's just something you carry on your belt to help you open packages and cut some food and whatever you need. Very awesome knife. Nice polish on it. You can kind of see that there. But that concludes my review. This is Close-Up Knife Reviews. Again, please subscribe to our channel. Help us grow. Please, please, please help us grow. That's what I'm trying to do with this channel. I'm trying to do some awesome content that I think YouTube is needing. And I want to spend a lot of time kind of looking at each knife so everyone that is interested in buying a knife can really make a good decision if they like it or if they don't, based upon, you know, a review like this. And this is unbiased. You know, I'm not telling you it's good or bad. I'm not telling you this blade won't break if you stab it and twist it around. I'm not doing hard use reviews like that. So, you know, I think if you're going to use this knife, just, you know, for an everyday carry type of knife and just opening stuff, it's going to be just fine. If you want to do, you know, batoning and camp tasks with this knife, I would say it's probably not the best knife and everything for that. The blade stock isn't crazy thick and it's not crazy thin either. I mean, this could definitely do some chopping and some batoning, but I wouldn't recommend putting it through a lot of torture, you know. This is more like a scalpel, like a razor blade. Very, very, very sharp. I think DC 53 steel, you know, at a Rockwell, like they claim, would be very hard, and I think it would work really well, and I don't think there'd be any issues. But, you know, you can always break a knife, and I'm not going to try to test these and do all that. I'm just looking at fit and finish for everyone, and, you know, if there's anything I see that I don't like about the knife, and kind of looking at the grinds. The grinds are a big thing, you know. If a knife is grinded really, really uneven, it could kind of wreck the knife right from the get-go. So you want to make sure all your grinds are quality, and this one looks nice. You know, if you kind of look at both areas right here, you can see the person that originally did the flat grind did really nice. It's really even. Sometimes they'll grind from here down more on one side than the other, and it'll really make for an uneven knife. This is done nice. So if you're interested in this knife and you like this review, I'd really appreciate your subscription. Thank you so much.